Hey guys, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Welcome to a new episode of the Diaries of Everything Ching, where we chop it up and we have open conversations and we keep it vulnerable. I wanted to have a conversation about something I saw on Instagram. I saw a post and it was basically an all-male Friendsgiving. They called it Malesgiving. Initially, when I saw it, I was like, yo, that is effing dope. Because there's not a lot of spaces for black men. The only thing that I wish they had was some veggies. Because it was no veggies in sight. But otherwise, a dope concept. Maybe those are men that when they go to different, Thanksgiving events, maybe they're not comfortable. Or maybe they're in a position where they can't celebrate with their loved ones. So they created something. Dope as hell. However, in the comment section, these men are being insulted, made fun of, butt of a joke, all because it's an all-male dinner. The double standards is heavy on this one. The crazy part is 90% of those comments came from women. My man can never do that. I would never date a guy that's on that type of time. Why not? Is it because they're not toxic enough? Is it because they're not causing trouble? Is it because you're not used to seeing vulnerable men having a good time? Do they always have to be rough and aggressive? Do they always have to be cursing and doing the most? What is the issue? And the crazy part about it is these are probably the same women having conversation with their homegirls saying, yo, the dating pool is awful. Men are toxic out here. We were literally just having a conversation about the dangers of meeting a man on the street and how scary that can be, because sometimes we don't even know if we're going to make it home if we tell a man, no, it's okay, I'm not interested. A lot of times we have to give the men our phone numbers just so that we can make it home. So now that we're actually seeing men just minding their business, having a vibe in fellowship, it's an issue. We got to stop this shit right now, because that toxic nigga shit is not the wave. It might be for some people, but let me tell you, the streets are loyal to nobody. And there's only two ways this can end. Either you're going to go to jail or you're going to die. Period. And then to top it off, to make it worse, as any affiliate with that person now becomes a target. Unknowingly. Because a lot of times, if they can't get the main person, they start taking off people closest to them. Imagine you're minding your business and all of a sudden you're a target because something that your man is doing. We have to think about stuff like that. We're grown as hell. This toxic street nigga shit is not conducive to their growth at all. It's not a badge of honor. I promise you, it's not a badge of honor. It's a lifestyle. Some people, they fall into that lifestyle. They gotta, make some moves, and that's fine. But for you to try to romanticize that, like that's the standard, just to complain later, because you will complain about something. Make it make sense. We're grown as hell. At the end of the day, all we want is peace. We often say, yo, these men are too hard. They don't open up. We can't get through to them. We're in our soft girl era. We don't want to have to break through shells to communicate with a man. We want romance. We want chivalry to come back. How are we going to get that if we don't provide them a space to be vulnerable? Make that make sense to me, because right now it doesn't. Let's have a conversation about it. Like, do you think that it's a safe thing to say men don't have enough vulnerable spaces? And if you do think that, how do you think we can create those spaces for men to be vulnerable? Let me know. Let's talk about it.